What's up guys, welcome to the channel. Please subscribe if you want more content like this. Today I'm reviewing Attack on Titan final season episode 19. So we start off where we left off in episode 18 where we see Zeke fall to the ground. And you can see by this point Eren is desperately trying to reach Zeke but is attacked by Mr. Gilliard, who gives a case of the beats, almost killing him, but then is hit by a shot from Captain Maggot, tearing off one of his Titan arms and going through his Titan head. And I have to say, Captain Maggot is handing out these shots like it's a video game. By now, we see that Mikasa, Jean, Armin, Connie, the Jaegeress, and the scouts who were freed are joining the fight. Zeke wakes up and sees Eren struggling with Reiner. Reiner is calling out to Mr. Gilliard, but he seems out cold, as Eren gave him a case of the beats. Reiner manages to touch Mr. Gilliard, and we see that Mr. Gilliard is having something like a flashback, where we see someone feeling a bit guilty as they admit that Reiner wasn't meant to be chosen as the warrior Titan, but because he wanted to save his brother from becoming a Titan, he pushed Reiner while criticizing his brother, which changed the decision of the higher-ups. We then see Captain Maggot and the Marleyan soldiers struggling against the Eldians. He realizes that Zeke has awoken and is still alive. We then see where Zeke is about to scream in order to turn all the persons who drank his spinal fluid into Titans to help, when we see Falco and his brother. Falco's brother tells Zeke, stop! He tells Zeke about Falco and the spinal fluid, and that he isn't the type of person to bring children into this. Oh man, he pleaded. And I swear, if I didn't read the manga, and for all who those people who didn't read the manga, I know you guys were surprised, as you probably thought that Zeke was not going to scream. Zeke was like, only too well do I understand the feeling for one's brother. So, it's a shame. Oh! I have to say, this scene was awesome. Just seeing the wave inside the wall and how everyone turned into Titans, it was just amazing. We even see Falco's brother, and he's not letting Falco go as Falco turns into a Titan. The scene then turns into Titan Mania. Zeke then tells Falco to attack Reiner, and we see Reiner now having to hold down Eren and Falco at the same time. Eren does something like Kung Fu on Reiner, pushing him away and attempting to get away, but is held back as Reiner grabs his foot. But Falco, being a mindless Titan, bites down on Reiner's neck. We see Captain Maggot, and he's not taking any chances as he lands another shot on Zeke's Titan, in his mind possibly killing Zeke. Then turns to Eren to finish him, but before he can attack Eren, Armin destroys the gun. We see Mikasa arriving in style, backing him up as well. It seems too late, they are thinking. Reiner, seeing this, decides to undo his hardening in order for Falco to eat him and become the armored Titan. But suddenly Falco changes direction, and we see Mr. Gilliard in his original form as he states he's out of power to heal his body, and that also he saw his brother's memories, which was the flashback I mentioned earlier, in which his brother lied in order to save him and make Reiner the armored Titan. Reiner desperately tries to stop Falco, who charges after Mr. Gilliard, eating him, inheriting the Jaws Titan. At least Mr. Gilliard finally found out that he was better than Reiner. Reiner, who is mad at this point, gives Eren a one punch to the ground, in which Eren uses hardening to trap Reiner. We then see that Eren jumps out of the Titan body and is using his real body as he runs to Zeke, who is in his real form on the ground beneath these Titans' body, which surprised everyone as they thought Zeke was dead, but Eren realized that wasn't the case. He realized that Zeke was imitating Pet and pretending to be dead, which worked perfectly. Reiner manages to break free from the hardening and attacks Eren, but the attack is stopped by Connie and Jane. As Eren makes his way to Zeke, we see Gabby, and she has a gun pointed towards Eren. And I have to say, this is kind of stupid. Like, a character like Gabby takes out Eren Yeager. I remember when this came out in the manga and fans were furious if they didn't hate Gabby already. Gabby shoots off Eren's head and it manages to fall into Zeke's hands, and this scene was awesome. Even from the manga, I mean, suppose Eren's head didn't fall into Zeke's hand. You mean to tell me that Gabby would be the savior? Please. Anyway, we then see a flashback to when Zeke and Eren were in Marley, as they met up before they launched their attack. We see Eren telling Zeke about how he too believes in Zeke's ideology. I mean, Eren is really brave for meeting up with Zeke and risking being captured. He really was serious about his freedom. We get back to the current events and we see that it's like time has stopped. We then see Eren and he's at the coordinate where all paths converge as stated by Zeke, who we then see chained to the ground. He tells Eren those who use the Founding Titan's power must come here, those with royal blood that is. Eren replies, brother? To which he tells Eren the wait has been exhausting as he feels it feels like he has been waiting for years for him to recover and wake up. Also, he tells him that his head was blown off by Gabby, but he managed to make contact with him before he passed on. He declares that the plan was a success and that they've awoken the power of the Founding Titan. We then see Ymir, who is the founder. Zeke makes mention that he believes this is where she makes the Titans, expanding untold years whenever they seek the power of the Titans. And I would think that means anytime someone wants to use the power of the Titans, Ymir makes the Titan bodies from scratch as she can stop time, which I think is a cool concept. Zeke then tells Eren to command the founder, and as Eren notices his chain, he tells Eren he is the only one who can move freely in this realm. He also states that the chain are to restrict his freedom is the vow renouncing war, and that only Eren can command the founder Ymir. He tells Eren to make all aliens unable to bear children till the end of time, to which Eren makes a complete 360 and switches up like, nah, psych. He tells Zeke there's no way he would do that as he walks towards Ymir. We then see Zeke crying as he waited so many years just to hear that Eren isn't going through with the plan. As Eren reaches Ymir, he asks for her power, and Ymir walks right past him and goes to Zeke. This is where Eren knew he fucked up. She then bows to Zeke. Eren asks what does that mean, to which he explains, in the time it took for him to wake up, he learned many things, also that Ymir does whatever he tells her to do as long as he with royal blood wills it, just like the chains as he breaks them off. Also, he managed to nullify the vow renouncing war, and though possessing tremendous power, the founder Ymir is a slave with no will of her own, and that she believes those with royal blood are her masters and obeys them. He tells Eren that he has obtained the founder's power, also that Eren was no more than a key as he summons handcuffs to cuff Eren. He tells him that it's not his fault as he was brainwashed by their father, and that they're tragic victims of him. He then tells Eren, I will never abandon you. I'll fix you with the founder's power, showing that Zeke genuinely cares for Eren. We see Eren and he's sticking to what he believes in as the two butt heads creating some sort of link, and that's how the episode ends. This was an alright episode, really looking forward to see what they have in the next. But that's all I had to say, thanks for watching.